Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel today for the 11th war of season 26, and we have been really lucky this war and have rematched Agent Graphite, which is exactly what you want to see when you need to win one of your last two wars to secure Masters. So these guys are actually the alliance that I died to in the 5th war of this season. That was to a node 3 Doom. This war, not going to be taking any Dooms. I'm on path 1 in section 1 where we have a Tigra, and of course it did immediately to combo right off the bat, but didn't really hurt Doom at all. Unlike in the Demon War, I do not have a Mystic Power Boost active for this fight, which is quite a bit better. There's no risk of getting pushed up to your special 2 before the special 1 while she has over 2 bars. And yeah, just going to need to go for the special 2 here, and this will kill her. So second fight up this war is going to be I believe Corvus on the Masochism node. Don't really understand this placement at all. Corvus, if you are placing him, he needs to be on Strike Counter Fury, but overall he's just not really a good defender at all. He's got a really basic kit. So the only two things to watch out in this fight are Masochism shrugging off either shocks or parries, and also when his Glaive of Immortality comes back, he will also shrug off my shock debuffs. He's not a protect defender, so we are going to be able to safely go for a special 3. I believe I am actually relatively heavily boosted here, judging by the 25 KPI. Because of course this is a really vital war for us. If we win this, we secure Masters. If we don't win it, we need to win the last war, and obviously at this stage we don't know who the last war is going to be against. And for all we know, we could end up matching Kenobi or New Nation or something like that. But yeah, section 1 is done. 2 relatively good fights. And yeah, you saw this fight. Actually, you saw this fight and the next 2 fights in the initial war video against Agent Graphite. This is an Apocalypse on Spike Power from Far. Dr. Octopus absolutely annihilates this fight. He is by far the best option, without a doubt. Magic is just a lot riskier with Protect and everything. With Dr. Octopus, literally all we need to do is parry heavy. Got the perfect blocks because of the, believe it is, chemistry, increasing our block proficiency to the point where parries take no damage. Heavy attacks doing nice burst, but also staying well below the protect threshold. We are getting the power stings from the Dr. Octopus and Mr. Fantastic synergy, but obviously he's not getting a bar of power in this whole fight, so there's no need for him. Here I could have opted to go for the special 3 and then cycle special 1s, but I just thought it would be better to go for parry heavy. Go for a special 3 here, but this is more just as a finishing blow. And we finished this fight near enough full health. I think we missed 1 parry, so took 1 blocked hit, which did a couple hundred damage, but yeah, pretty much a perfect fight there. Next up we have Guardian on node 43. Not entirely sure why he is much better spots for a Guardian on much better placements on this node. I'd say Guardian overall is not a good defender. He's okay on a few nodes, but he's not really going to be getting you many kills. Doom is by far the best option for this matchup. Can control his power really well, can keep his armour up down so he's got no resistances or anything. Got unblockable specials, so we don't need to worry about his auto block. Here I'm just playing it slow and safe until we get to special 3, not giving him any opportunity at all to use his own special 2. Because that is the only real threat here, is if I block his special 2, it's going to take him straight up to another special 2, or potentially a special 3. But yeah, at this stage the fight is over. We've got our special 3, going to a Doom cycle, and that will finish him off. Did have a Mystic Power boost here. That is not for this fight. That is for the next fight, which is, if you saw it before, a rank 3 hit monkey on kinetic transference and powerful from afar. Just like last time, we have got the Reed pre-fights on. This time, don't have debuff Siphoner. We do still have Petrifying Suppression though, which are the two that matter for this matchup. Do also have an invulnerability boost active again. So yeah, this fight, just want to get it to look as close as possible to last time. Heavy attack there to refresh the Reed debuffs. Now going to wait out his schemes. The Purified one has already been consumed. Not entirely sure what Purified. Probably just some random shock or something. Go for the special 3 here. Now, if you saw last time, special 3 does not count as knockdown. Does not give him his monkey schemes. And we're just going to be able to combo him down. Mystic Power Boost allows us to get to a special 2 without needing the special 1. And yeah, wasted invulnerability boost. Perfect fight. So now this time the left side minis actually did record. And our first one is against a Hyperion on the Rage mini boss. So you've seen this fight a couple of times before with Dr. Octopus. I believe they're both in towards the start of season 25. It's just another parry heavy fight, but for some reason Hyperion does seem to get a bit more power than other passive power gain champions from sort of the gap between Dr. Octopus's power locks between the heavies. So you're going to see quite early on he's already reached the bar. So I'm not particularly worried here. I'm just going to stick to the parry heavy rotation. Not too bothered whether or not he uses special 1. He does. So power lock does fall off, but I know it's going to reapply relatively soon. Uses in special 1 again. Power lock falls off again, but doesn't really matter. He's taking a bit of extra damage from the power stings from the synergy with Mr. Fantastic. And now we are back in the rotation again. Power lock is up and he doesn't have a bar of power. Back to the parry heavies. So I have seen someone else do this fight and he opted to go for the special 3 and then spam special 1s. However, the special 3 obviously triggers a stack of rage, and also if the second hit of the special 1 crits, it will also trigger rage. I don't want to mess with that at all. Just going to stick with my parry heavy rotation. Now here again, power lock falls off because he's gone over a bar. Of course, it's going to reapply relatively quickly. Going to continue parry heavy even though he's got a bar of power. But yeah, he's nearly down at this stage. Go for a few normal hits. Power lock's reapplied. Back to the parry heavy. So now, I did have assassins on here. I actually, when I went into this fight, completely forgot about it. So we do trigger a couple of stacks of rage at the end. But yeah, because it's so late on, it didn't matter. So now we're moving on to 2 fights that I also took last time against Agent Graphite. This is a Korg on the Hurt Like a Power Focus 1 mini-boss. Like I said last war, this is a throwaway node. There's no threat in this fight. It's just going to be a bit of a longer matchup. Bait out heavy attacks, cycle special 1s and 2s. Probably could have gone for special 3s here, but just opted to cycle special 1 and 2. Probably overall is a bit more damage because you can't safely go for a special 2 with the Fury up against the Protect Defender anyway. So now I'm just going to knock out the rest of his Rock Shield before going for my SP2 so that he can't shrug off any Incinerates or mitigate the damage of the bigger hitting hits. So yeah, it's about a third of the way down, 50 seconds in. So it's probably going to be around a 2.5 minute fight. Very comfortable evading his special 1. Going to go for our own special 1 here, mainly just for Hurt Locker. Now we'll build up to our special 2 again. Managed to get it off just before Rockfield comes back, get the incinerate damage on. Not going to be able to shrug it off. Ticking for 921. I believe Korg actually does have some negative energy resist. So the incinerate and pretty much every single one of our attacks is going to be hitting harder than it naturally would because of that. Though Korg's obviously shock immune, so not going to be throwing any heavies or anything like that. Another special 2 here, get it in just before Rockfield comes back, and these incinerates are nearly going to kill him. Take him down to 9%. Couple of combos and he will be down. So yeah, long fight, but an easy fight. Now we're moving on to what initially I thought was going to be my last fight of the war. This is a Sorcerer Supreme on the aspect of Evolution mini-boss and enhanced power gain. So 2 main options for this fight are Dr. Octopus and Magic. I personally much prefer Dr. Octopus. He's about 3 times quicker, has bigger health pool, block proficiency, perfect parries, all that stuff. Just going to be another parry heavy fight. Because my Dr. Octopus is awakened, we are actually power siphoning from the Sorcerer Supreme, and because of how quickly she gains power with the enhanced power gain, we're up to a special 3 after just 6 heavy attacks. Used the power start 1, again, just because there's so many of them. So yeah, similar to the Apocalypse fight, I opt to continue with the parry heavy cycle rather than go for the special 3, special 1 rotation. Still got them perfect parries, still at a full yellow bar here. Of course, initially I didn't think that was going to be significant. But yeah, she's basically down here. Go for a special 3, finish her off, full yellow bar. Dr. Octopus, in my opinion, quite a bit better than Magic for this matchup. So yeah, now I said that I thought this was my last fight. Well, Human Torch, who was taking the Apocalypse boss, ended up dying very early on in the fight. And obviously didn't want to send in a non-pre-fight torch for this. Did have the option of taking a few fights global up to get another pre-fight torch, but at this point the war was basically lost. So I opted to go in with Dr. Octopus. So the main difficulty in this fight comes at the start. So what you need to do to get into this fight is to have the power lock applied with Mojo below a bar of power, and also you need to have your special 3 active. So because of stun immune, I obviously can't easily parry heavy to remove any non-power lock effects active on him, and also I really do not want to get my armor up because that is a buff that Mojo will mess with. Here we heavy counter is special 1, that does allow us to remove the heal block, and now I basically just want to give him a little bit of power. We do that, got the power lock up, go for a special 3. Now, there is another difficulty to this fight, and that is his prompts. So going into this special 3, Mojo actually had 4 prompts completed, so if I complete his next prompt, he will get to 5, and 5 is the danger zone for this matchup, because that is when he can begin to apply his hater buffs to you. And if he was awakened, which this one isn't, he would gain the Fury buff. Now I do have Dexterity turned off, so I've got no natural buffs of my own at this point here. I miss a stand-up intercept, eat a combo. But yeah, basically, just need to keep cycling my special ones. Make sure he does not get to 5 prompts. The second hit of my special 1 crits, it will trigger Protect, but Dr. Octopus I find is a really, really smooth champion in terms of intercepting. Find him even easier than someone like Magic for it. He's currently at 0 subscribers. Just completed a prompt there. Of course, we are power siphoning again. Just cycling the special ones. The long power lock is actually 15 seconds, so all we need to do is gain a bar in that amount of time, which is really, really easy to do. Obviously, this fight is very, very long, as you can tell. So I think I'm medium boosted here because the war was lost at this stage. or pretty much very, very likely we were going to lose. And Agent Graphite, they are not the sort of alliance who will just throw away a war at the end by giving up a bunch of silly deaths. So Mojo, he's down to 25% now. Fight is going really, really well. But he is back up to 4 prompts completed. So the prompt he triggers here is block a hit. So you can see I'm being very, very cautious, not hitting Mojo's block, obviously not blocking myself. And because that prompt was not completed, it drops his subscribers all the way back down to 0. And at this point, I'm thinking he will go down before he has the opportunity to get up to 5 prompts. Triggers dash back, so obviously no way we could naturally avoid that. Just landing some nice intercepts here. He's nearly down. And yeah, I mean, going into this, I was not really expecting to be able to finish him off, but Dr. Octopus actually turns out to be a really, really, really good option for a Mojo boss. In my opinion, actually safer than Torch if you know Dr. Octopus's animations quite a bit. But yeah, again, we did end up losing this war. It was closer than last war, which ended 11-3, 5-8 this time. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the final war video for this season.